Whatever you're nervous about right now, whoever you're nervous because of, perhaps a first date, a job interview.
They said the first date, they started
They were going to town.
If that's the first date, then let's weed lit.
Shit, my first dates never look like that. What the fuck?
That ass. My anxiety's going away if that's my first date.
I'm not even nervous.
Oh, she trying to get me like that? Fuck it, I ain't worried about nothing else. I think I've watched this a long time ago, but I haven't watched it recently. A reason to stop worrying. Watch this whenever you're stressed or anxious. How many people are stressed or anxious or worried about something right now?
Everybody.
A lot. It's gotta be everybody.
There's always something to be worried, anxious, or stressed about.
Facts. I'm thinking about a bunch of shit right now.
Let's unlock the third eye.
You are here, somewhere. You can't see you, it's too far away, but you're here somewhere. Maybe here, maybe here.
Shit, I can't even see.
You could be almost anywhere here, but you're definitely here. You don't know why or for what. No one does. All you know, all I know, is that you are somewhere here, magnetized to this strange, lushly coated wet rock, floating in its designated position of endless nothing. This rock you are on, it's tiny, and you are tiny compared to this rock. If we zoom out a little bit, look how tiny you are. Even further, tinier. You're so tiny, your even tinier brain can't comprehend how tiny you are. Your tiny self is posted up on this tiny rock surrounded by this dark, massive, unending space that could be anything and nothing at the same time. This rock will give you life. It will give you everything you need to live on its crust for a period of time. It might feel like a while, or it might feel like no time at all, depending on what mood you're in when you consider this idea.
Damn.
Regardless of how it feels to you, when compared to almost everything else, it will be so short. A single frame in a movie that never ends. A frame that could be removed and nothing would really change about the movie. In this frame, you will live on this rock, then you will die. And you have no idea what happened. No one will.
Goddamn.
If you're really lucky, you'll have some friends and family and lovers who will be sad for a little while. They'll miss you, but they'll try really hard not to, because being sad and missing someone all the time is really tiresome. It'll mess up their lives, so they'll try to work through it and move on as best they can. They might go to therapy, they might practice techniques to get through grieving. They'll probably be somewhat successful. They will also die. If you're even more unusually lucky, you'll be missed and remembered for a little bit longer by a few more people. Perhaps you did something that impacted more people while you lived on this rock. Perhaps you were profoundly artistic, or smart, or a leader, or an inventor. When you die, perhaps more people will be sad for a little longer stretch of time. Most of these people would have never really known you though, so they won't think about you too much for too long either. And when they do, it'll mostly be a misconstruction of you based on their own ideals. They will all die.
Damn. If you are fortunate enough or you work hard enough to become famous or an icon or a Kobe Bryant, if you will, inevitably you'll still be forgotten just like everyone else.
You could like, oh yeah, nothing really matters at the end of the day, or you could, I don't know, you could get more upset with it at the same time. Like
the concept of like when someone who passes away who's very close to you, a family member especially or a close friend, it does affect you a lot. But then everyone else who didn't know that person that well, maybe they went to school with them at one point, talked to them a few times. Oh, I met them once. I was there at some party. You think about it and you go, oh shit. And then you go back about your day.
you're like, oh, they're really gone? Oh shit. What was I eating for lunch? And it's weird because like I don't want to get to there's no meaning at all. But when this is all you got, whatever you're doing, like it has to matter to you because how were you using your time to do anything?
That's just it.
And also, we're all gonna die. I'm not even gonna be able to worry about it. So I guess it sometimes hurts to think about it. You're like, oh shit, I am gonna die. Well, I won't really care at that moment. Like if I'm an old elderly man, I'm about to die. I'm like, might as well take me. But right now, while I'm young, yeah, I'll be forgotten. But shit, I got shit to do. So it's
the concept of like videos like this. Your life is either the most meaningful thing ever, or it's completely meaningless.
Correct.
Those are both true.
Yeah,
in their own way.
They are. Yeah. Do you think there's a middle ground to that? If you're trying to be a doctor and you're doing your medical exam, you're like, fuck this homework, I'm gonna die anyways. But then you don't do your homework and then you gotta do something else. You're gonna have to deal with tough things in life regardless. Some things will be extremely tough than others, but to just, I don't know, try to push your stress away because we're gonna die anyways. I don't think that's the go-to answer, but there is oh, Becky doesn't like me. Well, we were in high school together. All right, I'll graduate in 2 years. Well, I'm not gonna see her again after this. Like,
and who is she in the grand scheme of things? And there's 7 billion other people on this bitch.
Correct.
Over time, every person, every memory of a person will all die with each other. This won't matter. To you, to me, to anyone, we'll all be dead. The things you did, the words you said, the impacts you made, for good or for bad, big or small, they will all lose your name tag and will not matter to anyone or anything. So, whatever you're nervous about right now, whoever you're nervous because of, Perhaps a first date, a job interview, a big presentation, an important test, a hard conversation.
They said the first date, they started.
They were going to town.
If that's the first date, then let's we lit.
Shit, my first dates never looked like that. What the fuck?
Dead ass. What was that first date? Holy shit, let me run that back.
Whoever you're nervous because of. Perhaps a first date, a job interview.
If that's the first date, then we lit.
Okay.
My anxiety's going away if that's my first date.
I'm not even nervous.
Oh, she trying to get me like that? Alright, fuck it, I ain't worried about nothing else.
You might feel paralyzed with anxiety. You might feel like the course of your life is hinged on this coming moment, that the fate of reality is on your shoulders. It's not. You might be worried that you're going to do the wrong thing or fail. You might, but everything will be okay. Because for some reason, against all conceivable odds, you're on this weird rock. This planet that births life, life that births more life, novel life, intelligent life, you. In this unknowable vacuum of potential nihility, you have this playground, this consciousness, this capacity for wonder, emotion, and thought. The only real mistake you can make is to not recognize this, to never relax and enjoy the hilarious and enthralling absurdity of it all, to realize that it all means nothing beyond itself, and to find freedom and inspiration in this thought. To explore and connect with what it can mean to be a you on a rock, in a solar system, in a galaxy, in a universe, in a who knows what. To be kind and decent, to have fun, to love, to laugh, to cry, to try, to fail, to live. And to remember that no matter whatever happens, you can still do all of this. No matter what you do in life, worst case is you try your best, you be yourself, and you do what you can do with compassion, honesty, effort, and understanding. And it goes worst case. And then you move on. Like everything else.
Dang. And just the thought of like the sun gonna blow out at one point and everything is gonna be gone.
Everyone watching, y'all will all crumble into dust eventually. Think about that, and it does worry me where I'm like, damn, I'm really about to be like nothing eventually.
Yeah, I'm over here like, shit, I'm about to be 25, and they say that's when your brain stops growing. Fuck. All your cells start dying. Shit.
Yeah, fuck.
And not to shit on old people. This has nothing to do with anything, but I remember I was driving.
Well, old people shit on themselves.
This is a random thought, not to shit on people or old people. It's like 8 a.m. The grandpa was outside doing his run, but like just twig legs and like no muscle mass. And I'm like, fuck, like no matter how hard he runs up this hill, like we gotta enjoy these phases, these moments. And just like that, I'm gonna be the old grandpa that I never thought I would get to.
At a certain point, you'll become the people that you make fun of in a way.
Yeah.
I'm like, you old bitch. I'll be an old bitch one day. I want to see some of these comments and see if the most complicated thing about life is finding out how simple it is. That's facts. Try your best, be yourself, do what you can with compassion, honesty, effort, and understanding. Profound. Listening to this video momentarily takes away the pressure of life.
Yeah, I'm glad he went from everybody that you know and that they know, they will all die too. But then he did say, so do whatever you want to do now, do what you want and give it your best effort. I was like, okay, thank you. I didn't want people to just walk away like, oh, you just gonna die, bro. I
see that many of you have taken this video's message and may feel that things don't matter or you feel worthless. The message here is all about the big picture. Yes, you shouldn't worry about the small, mundane things about life because all those things will pass. You matter. Consider this. You're the only living being on this planet that will be uniquely you. There will never be a replica or copy of you. In the past, present, or future, you're literally one of a kind. You're unique and special. Don't take this video's message as insignificant or that you don't matter.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. That's
just in that moment when you are thinking about how to nail the job interview, how to pass the test, how to ask that girl you've been waiting to ask, how to beat the final level of that game, how to do anything. Remember that all of life is so much bigger than any of us can even imagine. Remember that these small things will provide nothing to you by worrying. It will be okay. Life will move on and so will you. This universe was not a mistake. We have all been placed here with a purpose and you are here for a reason. I don't completely agree with everything in that statement. I like his statement about in the video, laugh at the absurdity of it all and the randomness of it all. What even am I?
I am right now looking like I can't see my eyes, but I'm using them. Like it's weird.
And the only reflection you see of yourself is in a mirror or a phone.
A camera or something. I've never really looked at myself. You don't really know because even how you look at me, somebody else looks at me because people just, you see everything differently. That's why I like apple, you like orange, but we see the same thing, but not to you. Or I like ketchup.
And I hate ketchup.
So when you look at ketchup, I'm like, ugh. I look at it, I'm like, I put on a hot dog.
That concept of, and this is a bit veering off, but everybody has a different perception and version of you in their mind. So you know you know your weaknesses, your hobbies, your talents, strengths.
Yeah.
Only you know that. Everyone else that meets you, your mom has a certain perception of you.
Yep.
Your friends have a perception of you. The YouTube viewers have a different perception.
The stranger that I walk down the street when they see me doing whatever.
You're just an NPC to them. You're just a random character.
Yep. Airports are always interesting to me because you walk by like everybody has a story here, and I'm never gonna see any of these people again. There's so many of us,
and you realize you don't really care about those people. They're random as fuck. I don't give a fuck what you do. So why do we care so much what everyone else thinks of us? Do other people really care that much? I like this video because it makes you think. Don't take anything too serious.
Yep, which is why I get pissed when I'm like, it's a super specific situation where it's like 2 a.m. and I'm trying to just pee real quick and there's a nearest IHOP to me and I walk in, the lady's like, yeah, you can't go to the bathroom unless you buy something. I'm like, man, I just gotta pee right now. Like, none of this matters right now. There's nobody in the whole fucking establishment. Oh, sorry, that still bothered me.
That's specific as fuck. People taking their jobs too serious is a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, sorry.
We went to the OC Fair.
Oh, yes.
The carnival, the fair.
The video where we asked Gen Z basic questions. We almost didn't even get to film that.
We were trying to pee before we got in there. The parking there's nowhere to park. So we park at a nearby restaurant and they say, no OC Fair parking here. And I say, yeah, y'all got a bathroom? Yeah, but you have to buy something. And we're like, okay, yeah.
And there's nobody at the restaurant.
The parking lot is empty. We're one of 2 cars there. There's nobody in the bar. There's nobody in the restaurant. And then we went in there and just didn't buy
We're like, all right, yeah, we'll buy something. And then we walked past them and then peed and then we came out. She looked at us, we crossed her. And what happened, man?
And nothing happened. Called me disrespectful. Whatever, I didn't adhere to her random restaurant policies. Okay, they don't want 1,000 people coming in and shitting up their thing.
There was literally nobody.
But there was nobody there.
Nobody there to begin with.
If anything, you could say she was disrespectful and inhumane, not letting humans use the restroom. What do you want to defecate on the motherfucking floor? Like, yeah, people be hard asses for no reason, and those are the people that take life way too serious and they think that shit matters.
She was frustrated that we use the bathroom and then I leave and I just sit here and think like, oh, man, you're also working for a job that do they care about what happens to you when you leave here? Like, I don't know. So
this lady was riding, and an IHOP worker too.
An IHOP worker.
The IHOP worker is riding for this restaurant,
and nobody's in there.
It's different if it's a busy day. Yeah, okay, I get it. Bro, there's nobody in here.
Yeah, just
and their job is not on the line if they let you use the restroom.
Yep,
I can make that explicitly clear.
There are simple rules that can be broken, and I feel like case by case, she could have just go pee real quick. Just make sure you don't park here. You're gonna get a toll. Okay, we'll leave.
With that being said, now granted, you could do the worst thing ever. I could go and throw a baby into a concrete wall and I'll get charged for murder and I'll be put away for life.
Yeah, but I'm gonna die anyway.
You'll eventually die and your suffering will eventually go away. Granted, that's not how I want to live my life. I think I'm trying to have fun while I'm here. I've been given this miracle gift of being alive. It's like a 1 in 10 quadrillion
300 trillion chance.
So why on earth would I mope and pout and when this is so precious and random and amazing and lit? I might as well have some fun and try not to like get...
Yep, no matter what your circumstances, like step back, breathe, relax, find your fun time, But there's also a lot of people that obviously won't get a chance to maybe even think like that because, life is hard and some people have so many things that their path is just carved out that way or it's difficult, so it's going to be stressful, but hopefully everybody finds like a positive vice or something good, or whether you like to paint or hang out with friends or go to the movies, or I know most of us have to work full time and you do not get to really just experience life, explore 24/7. Like, what do you say to those people? I guess
to the people who are stuck in those hard situations, working a dead end job,
or they're working school and job.
Well, I'm not a famous YouTuber. I can't just live life. I had a person in my family. They were working a job that was one of those soul-sucking jobs, making very little, living in a studio apartment. And that person said, let me go and I'm gonna sign up, and they did this, it was like a branch of the military. I can't remember exactly what it was, but they had to go do this whole program, and not everyone succeeds at it, but they ended up getting that new job, the new profession, and now are living their life in a good way. They still have to report and do their job, whatever, but now they're going to concerts on the weekends, and now they're hanging out and having fun and doing different things on the weekdays and after they get off work. If you look for reasons to be broken, depressed, and your life sucks and you'll never get out of it, then that's probably what you'll see every day.
Right, but there will be a job available for you that may be hard to do, but could give you more flexible time.
If being rich and having complete freedom of your life was easy, then everyone would do it. Right. But it's not easy, and it takes a certain level of grit, determination, discipline to get yourself out of a tough spot in a tough situation. Most people don't. It's too hard.
You gotta like dig deep. Like,
it's how bad do you really want it? If I really wanted to be a ripped physique monster, then I should be by this point, but I'm not, because did I really try that hard?
Right.
Did I really capitalize on every opportunity?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, if you are in that situation and you're complaining more than fixing yourself, like, can that person actually look at themselves and be like, okay, I have the worst set of cards and I'm so mad about everything, but have I tried everything to maybe be in a better mental state because I could be doing this, or I could try this, or I feel like there's got to be a way, right? Like,
yes, everyone has hard struggles and triumphs and problems, whatever. Yeah. But again, having a defeatist mindset, where's that going to get you? Well, you don't understand because you have money and you came in a better area, so it's not right. It's not fair for me. I can't do it.
Okay, well,
okay,
that's you. Yeah.
I'll shut up then. I'll stop trying to motivate and push people and try to give you a spark of inspiration that maybe you could do something. I'll just shut up.
There's going to be the complainers regardless, but
and they'll keep complaining and keep losing.
Yeah, facts.
And the people that decide, no, I'm gonna win and I'm gonna put everything I have into it.
Even the success that we've been able to just have and appreciate, like, that's enough for one person out there to show somebody else that, oh, my life could be different.
Yes.
If I really wanted it to be.
Yes.
Not saying YouTuber, fame, clout, all that. You and me, before we did YouTube, we didn't do YouTube and I was just working a regular job, I don't think I would ever thought this was even possible.
Correct.
So if somebody that is here that's telling you there could be something else just because we were just doing something we like to do for fun that ended us up here, we could have ended up on the same thing there.
Bro, that's facts.
So it's like,
it's funny, people discredit YouTubers. Well, you're just a famous YouTuber. And what was I before I was a YouTuber? I was sweeping tables, bro.
I was working 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. at a daycare. Like, I there's nothing wrong with it, but I didn't know what I was doing.
And did I have some benefits that others didn't have? Of course.
Of course.
Did I have things that were working against me that other people don't have to deal with? Yes, also.
And I'm not here to be cocky about it. Like, thank God I was in the suburbs and I had money to get a camera. Like, I'm not using that to my advantage, but
you can see very poor people have way more money than me that worked through the ranks and worked harder than I did.
Oh yeah.
And then I've seen people in a better situation than me growing up and they nowhere to be seen.
There's people that literally have family and friends that maybe don't like them and then be like, what are you doing with your life? You need to figure something out. And that just defeats them more to not do anything. But then I also feel like there's parents and friends and peers that literally just say, yo, you're fine. You have time. Those same people that aren't even thinking about trying harder are also just like, they don't really move through the ranks either. So if everybody's doubting them, they just doubt themselves more. And there's people that don't even tell them that they should be worried at all, and they end up just staying where they are too. So that's just, I feel like, can be just as bad.
I mean, how many people do you think are hindered by what others think of them? Most people won't go to be, if they want to be like a stand-up comedy person, I won't do it. The people are gonna laugh at me. They're not gonna think that they're gonna laugh at me in the bad way. They're gonna,
I don't want to start my own YouTube channel. Everybody's gonna make fun of me.
they think I'm corny.
Well then, yeah, you will be in the same spot. Versus the guy that actually tried it and, all right, you put his humility on the line, and then he actually got it, and then he figured it out.
My closing kind of arc is on your deathbed. Like, you don't want to look back and be like, damn, what did I even do? I was too scared to do anything that I wanted to do because of how XYZ would think of me. Because of what Sally Joe and blah, 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 people that I don't even like, I was worried about how they were going to view me. Those people, when you're on your deathbed, you think you even know where they are? Or you even know who those, no.
Like, it goes back to the one saying where it's like, control what you can control. If you can't control what Sally's going to keep saying about you, well, fuck Sally. Like,
fuck Sally, bro. Sorry.
Life is just stressful day to day as it is. So don't look at the extremes of it, I guess. Just try to find the middle ground for yourself.
I really think there's winners and there's losers. Why are so few people like wealthy? Why are so few people like super successful? They got a winning attitude, and when they win, they keep winning, and they have traits of winners. And losers keep losing. Easy for you to say. Then you'll just keep losing.
It goes back to the, like, surround yourself too with the right people. And if you can't, then yeah, you gotta have some grit to really hold down your own.
And again, nobody cares and everyone's gonna die.
Yeah.
So just do whatever.
So do whatever you want then.
And just have fun. Don't hurt people. Don't be killing people.
Yeah,
that goes without saying.
Make an effort towards things that you want to change, who you want to be. Set goals. That's a big thing. Set some goals. All of us are privileged enough to be watching YouTube, which means we all have phones. We have the access to endless information.
And there will inevitably be people in the comments. I don't think a lot. I believe in our supporters. And they're intellectual and will extrapolate what they want from this video and maybe get some benefit from it. But there are people who inevitably hate on this. And you are sitting on an iPhone hating. And there's a kid in Mozambique right now with no internet access. Oh,
There's no one definitive answer to all of this.
You can take what you want out of anything.
Everything is perspective. Perceive this how you want to perceive this. You can look at it in a negative way. You can look at it in a positive way. If you want to be the negative person, that's on you.
Yeah, bro.
We don't want you to be
Only
that.
you're going to be affected by your own negativity.
Correct.
People that will hate on, I don't know, I'm trying to think of, okay, let's say I'll use Jake Paul, for example.
Yeah.
Jake Paul, stupid. I hate Jake Paul. Logan Paul, I hate him. They don't even know who you are, bro.
Right.
And if you don't like Jake Paul, just shut up, bro, and do your own thing.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
I might come on here and rant about something that I don't like, and I think that's crazy. Honestly, that's great.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
It's your opinion.
It's my opinion.
Like, dislike what you want. If you want to make a change, make a change, you know? Just know that. TikTok. Like, all of us got a little TikTok clock going on in our body. So, if you want to enjoy life, even if you have a bad set of cards, like, find a way.
They don't step back and look at their life and who they think they are.
Or they think that they're just this person. Like, this is all I am.
I'm just the guy that does this. I just work at Applebee's and that's the end. And my dad was mean to me and I never had a father figure and that's what ruined me.
Well, then what about the people that didn't have a father figure, but they've talked about their story, but they're on another level?
And they made something of it.
What do you say? Yeah, what do you say to that guy? He said, this fucking sucks. He kept it moving.
You can use your excuses to destroy you or
improve
or shoot you up into success. It's up to you.
Up to you, honestly.
You're gonna be the only one sitting there at your own deathbed at the end of the day, sitting there thinking, did I do this the way I wanted to?
Like I said, everybody's gonna get to that point and they're gonna think, oh, I wish I had more time. I wish I would have. We like to say, don't live your life with regrets.
That is our thesis.
Okay, I can stick with that one.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Live life with no regrets. That's it. Well, you brought up a good point about
there will be some complainers after this video.
I feel like there might be.
I don't know. Us even being ourselves gives somebody an opportunity to dislike or like us, regardless.
Correct.
So we already have to accept that.
Correct.
So I can't get mad if there's one person that don't like me.
But this is my dream. Doing YouTube's my dream, and it's my goal, and I'm doing it, and I'm actively like living my dream.
Right.
So for someone to come on here and bitch and moan to me,
Yeah.
all right, bro. I'm having a blast doing this shit. You just sound angry.
I see it. I saw somebody say it about KSI. I saw KSI in a podcast interview. He's a really funny guy, but he's not as smart as I thought he was. People can be so successful in this industry, entertainment space, but they don't have to be as smart as somebody that has to work extremely hard in the traditional path. So I was just tying that back to, I feel like there will still be people because we don't know everything, and maybe we are not the smartest in the grand scheme of like a scholastic person and stuff, but it's like, we're trying to spit out whatever truth that we believe is true at least, and we're only trying to help. I feel like there will still be some people that, you guys are YouTubers, like what the fuck do you know?
People get mad assuming that they're not more, that they don't have more money than me or more accolades than me. Why are you mad at someone who's doing better than you? Shouldn't you listen to what they're saying with like open ears? Like, maybe they know something I don't know.
Correct.
Like,
Correct.
that's what I do.
That's why we have role models and stuff. I look up to people that have massive success or have changed, I don't know, things in the world that through their own ideas and stuff and hard work and perseverance. And yeah, I don't want to do exactly what they do, but I'm like, I'll listen to them speak. They might have something I can use. There's somebody that won't even comment on this video that maybe just changed something tomorrow.
Bro, facts.
And that means enough to me. And I will read the comment that will be shitting on us, but I can have my own peace knowing that there is somebody that took something away.
I want to help the youth. I want to like help people and give people information that I wish I had.
I definitely think that if we're going to categorize ourselves as role models and stuff, that I like to just speak for those that are like middle school, high school right now, because I know there's a lot of things that I wish if my favorite YouTubers able to speak on some certain things then and gave me some real insight about like the struggles and the triumphs and things to try out or the way they were thinking. Bro, if somebody would have told us to start YouTube and what we could have done, we would have been cranking this out at 10. Like the youth has way more time to get ahead of things before you do become that adult and your responsibilities and priorities become so overwhelming. You don't have time to maybe work on that thing that you love doing as a kid or adolescent.
And currently, I think the youth are being programmed with the worst shit on the planet.
So this might be the only time hopefully somebody listens, because as soon as you watch this, you're gonna go back on your For You page on TikTok
and see some ass shaking and you'll be like, oh, back to this. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Go to a bookstore and buy a bunch of self-help books.
And I will admit that I do not read enough books, and I need to read more books.
And books be saying the most dopest shit. I'm like, bro, if only I knew this when I was.
And I know it works that extra muscle in your head that I need to be working.
I'm reading a book right now.
I'm gonna start reading a book after every reaction.
Say less.